Well, hey there, this is Jerry, and I was getting started on another episode of What's Broke today. And today, pretty quick and simple video, but I'm here with the Lesco 36-inch walk-behind mower, and he wanted me to, after I got the front blade spindles squared away, he wanted me to service the mower, which is, air filter, fuel filter, spark plugs, oil change, sharpen the blades, grease it. And also he wanted, because it has 752 hours, he wanted me to service the hydrostatic oil. And on this, relatively simple, and it's this way on many mowers, that we just basically find our hydraulic filter and just loosen it and just let the oil run and drain out. That this system, I believe, yes, it does have hydro gear pumps, even though the filter said Parker on it. But what I did for a filter was I cross-referenced the Lesco number to a NAPA gold filter, and I'll take and put that part number for the NAPA filter in the description of this video. But you should definitely verify it. What I'll probably do is put the Lesco number and the NAPA number in there, even though Lesco wasn't sure when they could get any kind of parts when I want, that I might be wanting. So I instead of waiting on them, I just did went online and did the, there's a place where you can do your oil and hydraulic filter cross-reference. I don't remember exactly what the website's called, but what I ended up doing is typing in like Lesco, whatever the part number was that it called for, and this type cross-reference, and it comes up with the cross-reference site, and I just go in there and go down through the list and pick out what fits. Probably the biggest thing you got to watch out for is there is a website that when I crossed it over, crossed that number to a Kohler oil filter for an engine. And if you come across an engine filter, it is not right. So, and like this has 750 hours, and that filter says should change this oil every 250 hours. It actually looks really good, so there's a good chance that this oil is might have been changed before. But I just let it drip a little bit, and then I'll slowly get underneath here and loosen this and take it off. Because once I get it off there, then it'll drain quicker. The biggest thing is you end up with an oily hand when you do that. So, but I'm going to let this sit and drain, and I'm going to let it set overnight so it all gets out, because you see it don't come out really fast. But this filter is on the suction side of the system, so it cleans the oil before it enters the pumps. So, but this way I'll get, I won't get 100% of the fluid out, but I'll get at least 80%, I'm guessing, changed. Because short of taking a bunch of lines loose, you can't get out of the wheel motors. And really the only way I know to get it out of the pumps is to take them apart and turn them upside down. But there really isn't that much oil inside of them, that most of it's up in the tank. But yeah, I'm just going to let that drain, and if I get ready to go back together, I'll turn the camera back on. Okay, so I'm back. I got my filter full of oil. I'm going to do one last, take my rag, reach up. I thought we hadn't turned this. One last reach up underneath here and wipe off the mounting surface where the gasket goes. Then very carefully put it up there, and I got cats coming to help me already. I'll tighten it by hand, and then just take my wrench and give it just a little more. And that takes care of the filter. And I put less than a quart in the filter. I must go up here, and I got, let's get the filling the tank up. All right. Now, of course, it's got a tag on it that says oil, use only 20W50. The only thing I did not find was something saying how much this held. And I bought a 5-quart jug. And you can see it's kind of, well, I guess it's in the 50s this morning, but still, it's 20W50 is kind of a thick oil. And I wish it had, I should have looked in the, did some research on how much this held, because I sure don't see anything that on the outside of the tank that gives you an indication on how full it should be. But I'm going to say that's probably plenty. And then what are the odds that I take the cap off and drop it in and get it covered in oil? Because I say drop it in. Let me put this lid on. I got my goofy funnel for taking the oil filter off, and it's got the oil from the filter in it, and a cap landed right down in it. So I should have already had that drained and put away, but I changed the oil filter while the hydraulic oil was draining. So, but that's good there. And then I'm going to, I still got to put engine oil in it. I'm going to start this up and let it run. And while it's running, I'll listen and see if I hear any kind of whining or, that kind of low on power steering fluid sound. If I do, I'm going to jack it up, put some jack stands underneath the back of this, and then just run the wheels forwards and backwards and purge all the air. The biggest thing with 20W50 oil, when it's cold, it's so thick, so it doesn't move very fast. So, but when I fire it up for that, you won't be able to hear anything. So I'll just come back and report to you when I get it all the air bled out. Well, I got the hydraulic fluid in this Lesco changed. That this procedure is relatively common to any of these that are hydrostatic drive, walk behind mowers, because I think they've all got a filter. Filter's always lower than the tank. The biggest thing with this is age does kind of hamper getting parts. But yeah, I got the hydro fluid change, new filter, new oil in it. I use a total of 5 quarts of the 20 W50 Valvoline VR1 racing oil, and mainly because it's got the zinc in it, which kind of helps with friction parts, that are especially like the swash plates that are down inside those pumps. Hopefully that's going to work down in there, because these are a tad bit sticky when it's running, because when it's shut off, these move nice and free, but when you're driving, they are a little sticky. But regardless, it is ready to go. That I do appreciate you watching. That I do appreciate those thumbs up for the likes. Thank you for all those comments, and anybody out there's not a subscriber, better join on in, because I'll tell them what else you're going to see on What's Broke Today. Thank you.